Hello, One Love family. How are you today? So, today is Saturday, which I excuse me. Excuse me. Today is Saturday. So, Saturday study days. Now, excuse me, I don't know what's going on in my throat. Now, on Saturdays, I like to study, which I try to study as often as possible, but Saturdays mainly, as it's the Sabbath, according to what I believe, um, I often look at the relation for me. I often look at the relation between single parenting and my spirituality because I've learned so much from both. So, when I think about the difficulties that I've had with single parenting, and when I think about how I ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding when it comes to my son, so it's like most of the information that I receive is more so on a spiritual level that I attribute to the physical side of things, and it has been so beneficial for me, and it's helped me see a lot, especially from things, as far as from my son's perspective, understanding that he's a young man and I grew up as a young, been a woman all my life. So we have a lot of differences that make a big difference. And sometimes when he was younger, I would be very frustrated or upset with certain things until, thank God he allowed me to realize that he's a little boy. So I can't expect him to act like a little girl when he's a little boy. So um it's been something that has really comforted me. And another thing that I learned, well, a few of some of the, I'm gonna eventually get out all the information, but one of the things that I've learned about parenting through the scripture, which is the whole point of, what I'm trying to say is I tie them all together. But one of the things that I've learned through the scripture is first, just like the scripture says, honor your father and your mother. When I'm having a difficult time with my son, I often remind him of that. That way, he will know that what I'm telling him has a background deeper than just, I don't like it and I'm not going to accept him doing it. And that grows his spirituality. Another one that I found very deep and informative, especially when you compare it to a lot of the different ways that some of us are brought up, is a scripture that says, taunt not your child. So sometimes I've seen people say, well, I want you to hit me, or I dare you to do this and that, and you're pretty much telling them to do it, although it's something that you do not want them to do. So when you really think about it, or when I really thought about it, I'm like, if I did that, then I'm telling him to do something that I really don't want him to do. So when he do it, I'm upset that he obeyed me pretty much. So it kind of like set the standard of, do you want them to listen to you or not? So therefore it made me really look at saying what I mean and mean what I say. And it makes a difference because I teach my son that if you don't mean it, don't say it. Don't ignore people. Don't be mean to people. Don't be rude. Don't be ugly. Just verbalize whatever it is that you feel. You don't have to put anything else on it. The fact that you feel that way and you're not intending anything negative or anything other than that, just let that be it. So, if I say what I mean when I say I wouldn't be telling him to do something so that I can respond in a particular way. There's just been just a few helpful things that, and I can go in detail. I don't want to hold this video up too long, but we will eventually begin to, dive into detail. And this is the thing. Can you relate in any way? Were there any times, or have there been any times where you've learned something from the scripture, or if someone has maybe made a point that you really thought about? Is it any way that you've applied your spiritual walk to your parenting? And as single parents is very important because, again, we don't have that other side. We don't have that other opinion, that other perspective. So it's really good to know that there's another form of understanding that we can tap into. And that's what the Creator has been for me. So when it comes down to say, again, single parenting is just me. And I know that my one train of thought and my one personality, who I am, is not going to be everything that the child needs. Because, again, the Creator, it's a reason why it takes two people to make a baby, because the child needs both parents. Everything from both parents. So, All right, my arms are tired anyway. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Great day, good people.